So just do a quick unboxing for you here, so you can see exactly what you're going to get in your box. These are the spacer bars, which I won't be using. So in here you get a nice little sticker, and looks like there's going to be plenty of screws. There are tall ones and there are short ones, and we're going to end up using both. And then they've given you quite some really nice, those are some nice lock washers on there. No, those are lock nuts. Those are some nice lock nuts. So we got plenty of hardware. Let's get going on this project. But for the life of me, so here's the swivel. I can't get this thing to swivel. I've tried standing on it. It seems like you should be able to pull this lever. It should release something, and then you should be able to swivel it one direction or the other. I mean, something. Seems like it should be really super easy. There's a lot of things that the install videos don't cover, and one of them is that you have to get these two, you have to shift this top swivel to the side in order for you to get to the holes down here. And I'll tell you, I tried until I was blue in the face to get these to get this undone. And then the second one, I discovered all you need is a screwdriver, so that when you pull this back to get that to swivel, you just kind of give this a little yank. Yeah, there we go. There. See how easy that was? And it just pops right apart. Okay, now that we have that figured out, let's get the cover off the battery, and that's under the feet of the driver. Okay, so it's pretty easy to disconnect. You just pull off the ground wire and give it a little wiggle, and it kind of pops right off that post. And you want to secure that so it doesn't come back and touch the battery while you're working. The trim over the seatbelt came off pretty easy with a Phillips screwdriver, and then you go under the seat, and there's 3 plugs for the sensors for the seatbelt, and you want to unplug all of those. First bolt out. There you go. It's the size is a T10, and I'm going to stick it up here. Back here we have exposed, there's 2 of them in here, and we'll go ahead and get both of those out. I unscrewed the bolts by hand. That wasn't too bad, and then you just slide the seat forward and kind of wiggle it out. It wasn't pretty, so I didn't show it. This is the bracket that I need to cut, like right along this line, because this little hook will interfere with the swivel. Okay, the seat looks really funny while it's out, but I took a quick picture, and then I used my Dremel to cut the hook off, and this took about 10 minutes, and I just used a cutting blade on that. There you go. And it's off. And that looks pretty good. It's pretty flush with that, and that's really what we're looking for. So we can see as we're starting to set this down, there are 2 holes in the back and 1 in the front. So you're not going to install it wrong. The labels on these should be up when you're installing. So we're going to go ahead and attach the swivel to the seat base, and we're going to use the short bolts for that. We're going to put them all in, and then we're going to come back and we're going to tighten them all down. Okay, now that we have the base secured, let's go ahead and put the seat back in and get that secured and finish this project up. As we start putting this together, you can maybe see that the front here sort of sits right on the swivel, and back here there's a little bit of a gap, and if you don't put spacers in there, your chair will probably going to squeak. After I got the seat settled onto the swivel, I discovered that I'm going to need 1 spacer washer in the front and 2 spacer washers on each of the back bolts.
And so I went ahead and put those in, and it seemed to be very stable when I was done. After I reconnected the 3 sensors, I discovered that they weren't really going to go back and attach to the side of the seat like they came from, so I used this little bit of conduit to protect them, and so I could kind of move them off the side and still be able to use that space under the seat for something else. I reconnected the ground for the battery, and this project is done. What an amazing difference this made for my van. It turned storage space into usable space for us, and just really loving it. If you haven't done this for your van already, you should really consider doing it.